What's up, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I'll quickly post about it. In some groups to notify some people that we're live now, and in the meanwhile, we'll just slowly get going. Welcome to the stream, Hazem. Happy Sunday to you too, Ben. What's up? How are you? Just going to do a brief little stream. I mean, I already did some extensive analysis in the last hour and a half, so I think we'll just I think we'll get through these pairs fairly quickly, to be honest. And yeah, there are some potential trade setups. I mean, I must do a little bit of a disclaimer, and that is that it's the end of the week. It's Sunday. Like, if you take a look at the volume right now, you'll see that it's slowly growing, or at least it's stable, but it's still very, very low. And volume, as a lot of you already know, but volume already or always goes up, kind of from Sunday to Monday, and then you get a lot of volatility, right? So trades like, for example, a short with Jasmine from the 382 fib here, together with the 200 EMA, technically sound, technically very strong, also has the 0.004 psychological level. But something like this is more risky due to the time of the week, all right? That just plays into that. That's part of the game, part of the trading game, but that's why I like certain trades look fantastic on the technical side, but they are, in reality, they are well, not ideal, or at least a bit more risky. Happy Sunday to you too, Ulum. But yeah, all right, let's just get Bloater, welcome to the stream. Let's just get slowly started with it, and then while we're in the middle of it, probably more people will stream in. But for now, we'll just most of you know the concept, right? I mean, we'll just take a look at some pairs. You can see all of the cryptos I trade here on the right. We'll go over them. I'll tell you what I think. I'll tell you whether there are interesting trade setups you could save and you could check out for yourself. And just take you with me in my thought process behind trading and analysis, which I do every day, multiple times a day. So yeah, Jasmine, I already said, like Jasmine, there's a very good setup technically here at the top with the 382 fib level and the 200 EMA. But first of all, we already touched that level once, so there's already a bit of momentum out of that level, and it's only the 382 fib, which is novel, which is new in that area. Which could still provide a lot of liquidity and momentum. But due to the time of the week, due to volatility probably getting into the markets, it's a bit too risky, I would say. And then with Gala, I also did a analysis in the Cilinix charts channel on Telegram, where I post a daily technical analysis. So if you're interested in that, it's completely free. You can just join the Telegram group via the link down in the description. But for Ghana, I mean, there's a good trade to be made if we break above this level right here, because you can see that right now the main thing that's going on is that we are consolidating here and we're trying to get some sort of a breakout. So if we can actually break out above the 236 fib around 0.02385, all right, so 2.38 cents. If we can break above that on the 4-hour time frame, then a long trade is a good idea, and that's something I'm thinking about, but we first need to get confirmation with that bullish breakout. But something like this, and then you take a trade from here, you just put the stop loss under the current support level, take profit at the next major resistance level right here around 2.5, a little bit lower, and you see that that there's a risk reward of 1.15, which isn't ideal, but it's decent. OP has been very, very bullish. Same thing here. I mean, you can see we're trying to break above this level, and we have been trying to break above that since Friday the 14th, so for quite a long time. And if we can get that bullish breakout, like if we can break above 1.64 or so, I would say, then you can actually take a trade like this. So up to the next resistance level around 1.77 cents, a stop loss under the current support level. And this is a decent trade, 1.4 risk reward, already starting to look a little bit better. You could also set the stop loss a little bit lower and average your entry. So for example, enter at 1.64, but yeah, 1.64, and also enter at 1.68. So then you have an average entry of about 1.62.5. That's a possibility. And then the risk reward is also better because then you have something like this, right? So then the risk reward is 2. Well, a little bit less, but still. So this is something I'm looking at. Optimism, very, very bullish right now. For multiple reasons. I'm not sure if that's interesting to get into right now, but for multiple reasons, it's very interesting. And this bullish breakout, it looks to be quite close. Like we need to get that confirmation by breaking above that on the 4-hour time frame. But it looks there's definitely potential here. If it isn't a long trade, it's a good long trade, or it's a good short trade, or a long trade from a little bit lower. And in the meanwhile, by the way, guys, I will also take a look at some comments just in the middle of it. Dogecoin we'll take a look at. That's in my list. But apart from that, we'll just at the end of the stream, we can do some requests. Hazem, what do you mean? Open interest? Simon, welcome to the stream. Injective, yeah, we'll do that. Render, I'll keep in mind. Radical, maybe. Cannot promise that. And yeah, all right. Let's just get going. Then the earlier we are finished with the normal charts and with my cryptos I trade, the earlier we can do some requests. Pepe, there's really nothing there. There's a major resistance level with a lot of confluences up here. That's interesting. So you could, like, for example, take a short trade here with the 200 EMA and the trend line, do something like this, stop loss above the current resistance level, and then take profits first of all at 1350, and then also at like 1300. Decent risk reward, but I have my price alert set up for that trade. If it gets close, I might take it. I'm not sure yet. I mean, the price right now is barely moving, so it's better to wait for some movement. AJAX, not really interesting, barely any movement. Perhaps if we get some sort of a big breakout or a big move, then we can do a break retest trade, or it hits a significant support. But right now there's really nothing significant on the chart, I would say, at least. So nothing interesting there. Matic and Cardano, even though I know a lot of you trade it, there's nothing I can say about that now. And that's for the main reason that it looks like we are consolidating. Like the EMAs are fairly flat for, especially for Cardano. For Matic, they're perhaps a little bit bearish. But they're both just moving in some sort of a range, like Matic between 32 cents and 30 cents. Or Cardano between 30 cents and 32 cents. And then Matic between 70 cents and 73 cents. And unless we get some sort of clear direction and confirmation, I just don't see anything. And I don't see anything with potential. Ocean, currently in a short trade. We just had some sort of a bearish breakout right here with this green candle, broke down below that, respecting the 28 EMA right now. Altogether, I think we have done some sort of a reversal since this top right here, around 41 cents. So I expect this to go lower, the first level. But there's no, I'm in a trade like this, all right? I'm in this trade. From the 236 fib with the 200 EMA right here. I'm in something like this, with a price target right here. A little bit higher, I believe, but something like this. I think this is solid. I still think this is going to hit some sort of a take profit. But outside of this, I don't see anything. Injective is, I've been looking at this a lot, and I've been trying to get some sort of a idea on it, but I'm not sure. I don't really have an idea on it right now. Like Injective's volume is pretty important, but it's pretty low. Like around the same period of time last week, we were at 30 million. And then the day afterwards, we grew up to 44 million. I don't see that happening from 15 million, which we are at right now. So we're losing volume. Does that then necessarily mean that's bearish? Not necessarily, but in this case, like we're respecting the 236 fib quite a bit. There's this level right here. Okay, I think you can safely assume that we are bearish, at least for now. So then there's this level, which I think is interesting, but it also looks risky. But that's mainly because I think just trading injective in general is risky. I mean, take a look at all of these moves. I mean, amazing if it's in your favor, but it could also swing the other way. So this is a level here with the 382 fib, and it's a normal level, 8.5 psychological level. That's interesting. This is an interesting short area right here. But first we would need to get there. And if we get there while, for example, Bitcoin is also very bullish, then I will just not take that trade because Bitcoin still rules the markets. So yeah, overall, I think injective is bearish now. I think that's confirmed, and that we can at least get a move like this down to $7, which is a major psychological support level. But we'll have to see. I mean, I think a bit more confirmation is needed. I think we had a lot of bearish confirmation, but more is always better. So Solana, same thing. Made a video on this morning. It's one of these two scenarios. I also showed in my video this morning that right now there's a lot of open interest, which basically means that there is there are a lot of positions open in that specific crypto. So for Solana, I believe it's not growing, but it's steady around 360 million. It's relatively quite a lot. So the moment we get a bullish breakout or a bearish breakout, that breakout will be accelerated super much, right? So we're waiting for that confirmation. Right now, we're just neither bullish nor bearish, and yeah, that's. I mean, it's not frustrating, but it's just better to stay out of that. I would say stay out of it or gamble. Those are the two options. Litecoin right now. See, with Litecoin, I'm not sure if there's a good trade, because we should not forget that that's the main objective of these live streams, finding good trades. And right now, one of the rules I have in my trading strategy is that I do not trade, or I try not to trade before big fundamental events. And Litecoin halving is almost coming up, so the problem and the dilemma is that when you have a big fundamental event like that, there's a lot of money to be made, right? And that's sometimes that's very tempting. But right now I'm staying out. I mean, if you think, and this is just an idea, but if you think that Litecoin will actually rally higher, then a buy at like $93 is pretty interesting. The break retest off of these two EMAs, that's pretty interesting. But apart from that, I'm not gonna trade it. Hedera looks weird. I mean, Hedera, one of the first things I do while trading is kind of identifying trend. And with Hedera, I would say that we are slightly bullish on the daily time frame, and also slightly bullish on the 4-hour time frame. But overall, it's a bit weird, and we are basically in these consolidations all the time. And that's also what I think is going on right now. We had a bit of bullish momentum, but we have also rejected that. So now we're moving down towards 5.27 cents, which is a support level, but I don't think that's going to hold. I think we'll drop down to this level right here at like 5.1 cents. And then from there, we have a real chance to get some bullish momentum. And that's also, I think this is an interesting trade, because the trend line is coming down, is coming up there. And that it's a pretty strong trend line. So this is a trade idea I have, right? So you long from this level right here, around 2.1 cents, could be a little bit lower, could be a little bit higher. Then at least have the stop loss under 5 cents, preferably a little bit below that as well. And then first level, which you can set the take profit at, is right here. Risk reward of 0.94. You could drag it up a little bit and take partial profits up to this level at 5.37. Decent trade. The risk reward is certainly not getting better the higher this trend line goes. But it's not. But it's not. It's not the end of the world. There's some potential. There is some potential. Litecoin halving, Dascalis. I think we're going to dump. That has been my opinion for a long time. Usually with events like this, you have a bit of bullish momentum like sometime before that, which we have seen. And then you have somewhat of a spike before this. So we have that right here. And it's very convenient that it actually happened, but I've been saying this for a longer period of time. Most of you who followed me from my Litecoin analysis know that. And then once it happens, you have a sell-off. Like, there will be quite a lot of buying pressure from retail, and then whales will just sell, and we'll see a move down to, I don't know, $80 perhaps. That's what I think for now. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, but that is my opinion. Yeah, XLM, XRP will do Jasmine. Jasmine we took a look at the beginning, guys. So if you scroll back a little bit to like the beginning of the stream when I just started charting, we had a look at Jasmine. We did a pretty deep dive. And by the way, there's also I'll post a link in the comments. I have a Telegram group completely free where I share technical analysis, and there I also shared Jasmine this morning, or not this morning, but this afternoon. XRP got a little bit of a bullish move, but it looks like what XRP is doing right now is that we're testing this 382 fib, and that from there, I still think it's more likely that we'll find resistance there and then drop down to 65 cents at least. But that's my personal judgment a little bit. But it's possible that if Bitcoin, for example, gets quite bullish right now, it's possible that we can break above that 382 fib, and then all of a sudden you're very, very bullish. And then you can get up to like 78, 79, 80 cents, and then who knows, right? But yeah, I mean, even though we had this spike, it looks a bit manipulated. Like we had the same spike with XLM, and XLM and XRP, especially XLM, they look a bit manipulated right now, and I think this is more of a bull trap than that it's really bullish momentum. But it could be invalidated by breaking above 74 cents. All right, so that's the main level to look at. If we cannot break above that, I mean, I do not think we're getting anywhere with that bullish momentum. Dogecoin, we'll take a look at. So with XLM, XLM. I made a video on this morning. I think we started some bearish momentum. To really still become bullish and to rally again, we would need to break above 16.1 cents. All right, if we can break above 16.1 cents, great. Then we can actually rally, like by quite a lot as well. At least up to 17.5 and 18 cents, but who knows, 20 cents is also possible. But first we do need to do that, because again, markets are opening, Bitcoin is not looking bullish. We might just get a drop, and then XLM will not be immune, right? We will just drop down below 15 cents, and then all of a sudden you need to break above a lot of different resistance levels to get back up to those levels. But yeah. All right, let's bipolar bear. Bitcoin 21,000 to 24,000. I mean, it's possible. It kind of depends on how you look at the markets. Personally, I think we're still in the bear market. Even though we have been quite bullish this year, I think this is more of a bear market rally, and that we will still see bottoms later, maybe this year, maybe beginning of next year. So therefore, I do think that those levels at some point will still come. But for now, we are still, I mean, on the short term, we're bearish, but I do still think that we can get a move up to like 34 and 35,000. That would be my thoughts. But all right, let's do some requests. SSV and Alice. Let's start with those. I don't have analysis on those. I'm sorry, but I'll try to do some. I'll try to do some short-term analysis. SSV is not looking great though, in terms of in terms of market structure right here. Let's see. Nicely respected Fibonacci level here, as you can see. Okay, so there's also some live analysis, which might be useful. I don't know. But all right, SSV. Let's take a look. Let's zoom into the 4-hour time frame right now. Isn't looking too great. there's also not that much momentum around SSV. It looks like, at least. I mean, you can see that we tested the 0.5 fib, and we had a bullish breakout. We had a nice bullish breakout above 18.3 right here, but altogether it just looks like we're consolidating right now. So it's a lot of bearish momentum now. I would say the last support is 18.1, but it looks most likely, I would say, that we will actually, well, it depends. I mean, we'll probably find support at $18 and 18.1. If from that level we can actually break above 18.5 again, then it's most likely that we'll get up to $20 again. So then you also assume that we are in one big consolidation right here, right? That's not the most beautiful circle or consolidation range. But if we cannot if we cannot get that bullish momentum from $18 and we cannot break above 18.5, then that's confirmation that it's more likely that we'll drop down to this level right here at 16.9 and find support there again. I mean, there's a good trend line. That trend line will probably hold, and the level around it is pretty strong as well. So I would say this is a bit more likely, partially also based on what I expect from Bitcoin. But yeah. And Alice also. Let's take a look at Alice. I haven't analyzed Alice for ages. It also, like, I don't personally like this price action. There's a lot of spikes, and I know a lot of people have held this for the long term, which there's nothing wrong with that. Perhaps there are better cryptos to hold, but to trade this, I don't know, it's risky. I mean, personally, I would not trade this. Like, we just look very, very bearish. I don't really see a reason, unless if we get manipulated, but I don't really see a reason why we would turn bullish all of a sudden. Because right now, if you take a look at the volume, volume is probably horrendous as well for Alice. It's around 8 million over the last month. Has like, we had these manipulated rallies, and then apart from that, it has only fallen. And now you can also see like 92 cents is coming up. I do think we'll find support there, all right? So I do think that we'll get this drop down, but I do think 90 cents will hold us up. But the only way we can get some bullish momentum from there at this point of time is either if we get manipulated, or if we get a lot of bullish momentum from Bitcoin. And both are not circumstances, or both are not events which I would put my money on. But yeah, I mean, if Bitcoin gets very bullish, yeah, sure, then Jasmine can start some sort of or Alice can start some sort of a rally, break above $1, and then all of a sudden you're back at 1.1. But then you're not going to break above 1.1 easily, unless manipulated, like this. But so yeah, that's in general my thoughts on Alice. Dogecoin. Oh yeah, Dogecoin. I'm sorry, I forgot that. I wanted to check that out, but because it is on my list. I made a video on this morning though, but it looks like Dogecoin this moment, or at least this is what I said in the video, and I still really do think that it looks like this could be like it definitely isn't confirmed yet, but this could be a double top. And altogether, it does look like we're losing some momentum. Like, the volume isn't great either. So what I think is going to happen is that I think we'll drop down to 7.6 and 7.5, which is a major support level. So that's also a level from which you can grab a lot of liquidity, which you need if the volume is dropping down, all right? So we can see right now Dogecoin volume is maybe, yeah, it's up. But you can see that the volume right now is stalling a little bit, right? So especially the last hour or so, volume has started stalling. Before that, it actually went up. So I was maybe I was maybe a bit wrong on that. Volume is still good. It just has been stalling for the last hour or so. So that's barely anything. But I think we'll still grab some liquidity down here, and then from here it's the big question. Like, we want to get to 8.6 cents. Personally, I also bought some Dogecoin in spot, so I would like to get there as well. But after dropping down to 7.6 and 7.5, which is a major support level, we should break above 7.9. And then we can get up to 8.6. So if we do not break above that, that's major bearish confirmation, and it's more likely to drop down to this level at 7.1 and 7 cents. Which, by the way, one of the biggest reasons why Dogecoin is bullish is with X and Twitter and Elon Musk, which when that just happened, there was a lot of hype that something would happen. with Dogecoin then. But the longer that drags on, the less momentum there is and the less hope people have that something will actually happen. So that's also that's also playing its part into the whole equation. So yeah, okay. Let's take a look at we'll take a look at Astra, Tomo, and WorldCoin still. All right, and then we're ending the stream for now. I'll be back with another stream in 2 days, so don't worry. But yeah, I mean, these streams are usually half an hour. I have some other things to do as well, so hopefully it was still valuable to you. But for now, we're not done yet. Wow, Astra is actually pretty bullish right now. Not as bullish as in February, but we broke above this 236. I mean, this is the daily. You can see that we had a major bullish breakout right here. So it seems like, just at the first glance, it seems like we're very bullish and heading towards this level right here, around 6 cents. That would be my price target. I mean, the daily time frame is one of the best time frames to use, and we had a major bullish breakout there. So that's pretty interesting. If we zoom into the 4-hour time frame, perhaps we get a bit of a bigger confirmation for something like this. Like, there's a lot of bullish momentum actually right now in Astra. You can also see right here, found resistance, found support at the 382 FIB. So it looks like we're heading up to that 6 cents, 6.3 cents area right here. But breaking above that, I think, is too difficult. Unless there's something going on which I don't know about, and unless we are very, very manipulated. But that doesn't look to be the case, since the volume is 16 million, which isn't bad, but it's not that high. So yeah, I would say that's the most likely scenario, so that we can actually continue up to 6 and 6.2 cents, and that from there we'll find resistance. And I think we can actually find some pretty hefty resistance, like all the way down to 5.5 cents again. Brief analysis, but Tomo. I've seen a lot of people talking about and trading Tomo, but it's like, Tomo is one of the most unpredictable cryptos out there. Like, do you really want to trade coins like these? I wouldn't, but that's my my personal opinion, and I did, by the way. So maybe it's not worth that much that I said that, but yeah. Yeah, Tomo, it could go a lot of ways. It could go a lot of ways. Like, we just had a bullish breakout right here. There is a lot of bullish momentum right now. Or a lot. Yeah, I mean, quite a lot. Yeah, you can see this as well. So we're heading up to 1.55 and 1.1. If we really want to see another huge rally, which I don't even want to put estimates on that, but if we want to see a huge rally, we would need to break above this level right here at 1.6 and 1.64. If we can break above that, we'll rally massively, at least up to 1.8. But for now, I'm not convinced yet. I do think we will get there after getting this bullish breakout yesterday, above 1.4, 1.45. But now we're struggling a little bit with 1.5, which is of course also a psychological level. So there's actually a chance that we'll just break down here. But if I would have to give you my most likely scenario, I'd say we can get up to 1.6, but that from there we will drop back down to the range we have been in at 1.1. So there's sort of a range you can see right here, if you zoom out enough right here. And I don't see. I mean, obviously, Tomo is a very manipulated crypto, so it's difficult to say. But I don't personally see a reason right now why we would all of a sudden break out above 1.6. So yeah. All right, last WorldCoin. Yeah, so WorldCoin right now, I would say is on the verge of some sort of a bearish breakout, because you can see that there has been this uptrend for quite a while now, or for quite a while, since Friday, for 2 days. Has been there, a lot of bullish momentum, has also been respected, but now we're on the verge of breaking down below a significant support level, which is this level right here at 2.34. So personally, if we zoom into the 15-minute time frame, I think it's most likely that we'll actually get a move like this. So that will drop down to 2.3, 2.31, get a break retest, and then drop down to 2.26 and 2.16. I think that's most likely. We were very, very bullish for the last 2 days, but you can see some sort of bearish momentum slipping in, which also happened right here. And then we in the signal group we made some money on a short trade. But all right, guys, that's the stream for now. So thank you all for being here. There's some, I mean, there's if you like quant, I still did a video on that yesterday. So there's still a video out there which is still valid as well. But this is a stream for today. So I want to thank you all for being here. It was a good stream, and yeah, join the Telegram group and the Discord group down in the description if you want more technical analysis, education, information, just in general technical analysis, charts. They're all in there. There's also a Cilinix premium trading group, which the links will also be down in the description for. Or alternatively, you could head over to cilinix.com. There you can find out more about the premium group, what you get, see if it's something for you. You can also see the trading strategy I use, that sort of stuff. Check it out if you're interested in that. But for now, everybody, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the weekend, and I'll see you all in my next